Thank you, Kesley. Well, we're taking a closer look at a massive education bill signed into law by Governor Mike Parson. Now, we've reported on how it would allow charter school expansion into Boone County, but that's just one part of it.
KMUH's Nathan Lee joins us in the studio now and tells us why some educators worry a plan to raise salaries will have unintended consequences. Nathan.
Taylor, Evie, the bill includes more than 20 sections of state statutes on education, like charter schools, scholarships, funds, and teacher pay. Now, before the bill was signed, the Missouri School Boards Association collected signatures asking Parson to veto the bill. The reason? State funding.
You can't really pay people money you don't have.
Superintendent Brent Doolin and the rest of the Fayette School District are running a tight budget.
We're all dealing with a dollar that can't be split more than the ways it's already split.
But with changes to Missouri education, Doolin says things could get worse.
I am about being fiscally responsible and being able to pay what you can afford, and that's probably the scariest part of this bill.
Senate Bill 727 has dozens of new requirements for education across the state, including raising teacher base pay from $25,000 to $40,000. But it doesn't say where that money will come from. Doolin says this puts him in a tough position.
We try to squeeze $340,000 out of a budget that is already tight as can be.
And he's not alone.
There are going to be a lot of districts that are impacted by that $40,000 minimum.
Caitlin Whaley of the Missouri School Boards Association says without the funding, things could turn south.
If there is not state funding provided, which is not guaranteed in the bill, to support that $40,000 minimum, that's going to be a very real and immediate problem.
Doolin says there is good in the bill, but he hopes state lawmakers will continue to find a way to fund local education.
I'd like to pay teachers $60,000 a year if the state can afford it. If the state can't afford it, then all you're doing is putting local districts in jeopardy of not being able to come up with a budget that they can afford.
Doolin says he expects baseline funding will continue for the end of this year. The bill will take effect in August. In the studio, Nathan Lee, KOMU 8 News.